Yes, Nava.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just start by giving you some background of what are we doing today and who does this requirement analysis part. So today's session is about requirement analysis. Okay. So in any software world, or let's take example of a real-time scenario of building a house. If you want to build a house, can you just say today, hey, I want to build a house, tomorrow hire someone, and day after tomorrow the house can get ready? Will it happen?
No.
No.
No. There
No.
is a process, right? There is a process. You reach out to a company or to a constructor, like a contractor, discussions, planning, budgeting. Then finally the work starts. Then after some time, the house gets ready. So it takes time. It is not like you are having the person who's the construction worker, you are having the bricks at your home. You cannot build a house with that. A process should be followed. So similarly, for building any software can be anything. It can be a chat application, it can be a website, it can be a desktop application like Excel, Microsoft Word. Anything that you use in your computer is called as a software, and it has no limitation of a domain or anything. It can be of any domain. It can be banking, it can be film industry, it can be uh, medical, it can be banking, it can be school, it can be anything. It can be a mobile application, it can be a fitness one, anything. So software, whenever you have to build a software, you just cannot randomly say ki I want a software, I want a fitness tracker. So let's go and create a fitness tracker. Let's reach out to a company and tell them that, hey, create a application for me. That way things doesn't happen. You have to follow a process. That process is called as SDLC. SDLC stands for Software Development Life Cycle. Okay. Software development life cycle basically gives you about the step-by-step processes to follow when you have to create a software. Okay. So SDLC basically is a methodology, or you can say a rule book, that is telling you that you have to do things this and this way. So what SDLC says is there are various phases of SDLC. First is analysis. Second is designing, coding, and testing. So for any software that needs to be created, SDLC tells you that first you have to do the analysis. Analysis is nothing but the study. What you have to make, when do you need it, who is going to work it. So for that, in terms of analysis, we have a role that is a business analyst. Okay. Who will be a part of this analyst phase? Analyst is basically gathering the requirements, finding out what you need to do, identify the what, why, how part, what are you building, why do you need it, who is going to work, all these things you have to analyze. Once those things are analyzed, then you have to give it to the designing team. The designing team is basically the one who can create the prototypes or the images or the rough skeletons or blueprint or anything. So sometimes this is done by the dedicated designers, or sometimes it is the BA itself. One designing is ready, everything is ready, then that thing needs to be coded. Coded means writing a code. You are looking at a screen in front of you, but back in May, there is a code behind it that is written by a developer. So once everything is ready, a developer will write the code, develop it. There is testing that needs to be done. So there is a dedicated role that is tester. whom you also called as quality analysts, who will be doing the testing of the application. And once it is done, then finally it is the delivery stage where you deliver it to the client. So this is at a very high level, very, very high level. If you like further, oh, my screen is not visible. So this is SDLC. SDLC is nothing but the step by step, what steps you have to follow, that it is going to tell. And these are the various stages of SDLC, the ones that you're seeing over here: analysis, designing, coding, and testing. And for each of these stages, there are dedicated roles. So business analyst stands for the analysis phase. So business analyst is going to be the role for the analyst phase. For designing, there can be a BA, there can be a designers. It is both way. For coding, it's 100% developer, and for testing, it is 100% testers. So it has told, SDLC says ki you have to go by this approach only. First step is going to be you have to do the analysis. Second is doing the designing. Third is coding. Fourth is testing. You cannot randomly say ki nahi, I will do coding first and then I will do the designing part. That doesn't happen. That doesn't work. You have to always go in this manner. So today's session is on requirement analysis, which is a part of this analysis phase of SDLC, where we are going to see what does requirements means, what are the type of requirements in any software, and what is the life cycle of any requirement. That we are going to see today. Any questions so far? Are you understanding what I'm telling, or do you want me to repeat everything? Or let me know your thoughts. Because see, you have enrolled for business analyst role. The major responsibility of a business analyst, whenever you join any job or anything, is to talk. You are going to be a bridge between the business and the other team members. So this is the coding developers, testers. So the analysis, whatever you do, that for that analysis, you have to talk to someone, and you need to talk to the client. From client only, you can understand what they need, what they have to build, or everything. So you will be the point of contact between all of the team members. So that's why you have to conduct multiple meetings. You cannot have a single day when you're not going to have any meeting. So that is why, please speak up. Okay. Okay, Harshika, I'll just repeat everything. I mean, do you understand what do you mean by software? What is a software? Can you give me any example of a software that you have worked on or used in your past, or currently all are using it? Yes, Harshika. Can you name a single software for me? Tally software. Okay. Tally software. Yeah. Okay. Any others? Okay. Tally for accounting. Okay. Okay. So whenever you have to create the tally software, or you have to add a new feature to any tally software, you cannot just randomly say ki I need this, go and do this. You cannot do that. There is going to be a process. There are certain rules that you have to follow, and those rules are uh, kind of drafted by the SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle. It's a methodology which we are going to see in detail when we are in a part of the BA course. But it tells you the rules. And the rules are that you have to follow these step by step by step. So if Tally software way, you have to add a new feature. Now let's see, understand what is a feature. Do you know Instagram, everyone? Yes, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what are the features of Instagram?
There are a number of features like you can watch reels, you can post the post, you can make a reel, and you
Hmm.
can post story as well. A number of things, I guess. But
Hmm. Correct. That is absolutely correct. You can post updates. Okay, that is correct.
like there's filters as well,
Create profile.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
and you can talk there.
Yeah,
DM.
very good. Chat feature is there. Video calling is also there, na, these
Right,
days.
video
Yes.
calling is there.
So all these are the features of Instagram. Now let's talk about a feature of YouTube. What are the features of YouTube?
You can scroll content. You can make content.
Okay, make content. What type of content? Can I make a
Um,
document in YouTube?
no, you can post shorts or long duration videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so videos. So create, edit, watch, download videos are the features of YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Now let's take one more example. What are the features of Microsoft Excel? Do you know what is a Microsoft Excel?
you can
Yes, we
manage data there.
Yes. What are the features of Microsoft Excel? Okay. Let me take some other example. Microsoft Word. What are the features of Microsoft Word? Okay, let's look at it later. Tell me the features of Zoom that we are currently using. Currently,
we can take meetings, we can record the meetings, and this Zoom is also, a secure for, I mean, for meetings as well. This kind of
which
things.
feature, what are we currently, which feature am I using of
You
Zoom
can you can share your screen, you can chat, you can share uh like
meeting?
meetings as well, right? Chats.
Yeah,
You can also switch on your camera as well.
yeah. Video,
Right.
audio, recordings. So these are the features of Zoom. Now tell me the feature of Excel. Can I create a video in Excel? A
No,
reel?
No, actually no.
it is
Excel
so big.
for data.
Yes. Can
If
I
you
create
want,
a spreadsheet in Excel?
Yes,
yes,
Can I
share.
edit?
yes,
Can I save it?
right.
Yes,
Can I print it?
yes.
What are the features of Excel?
You can use formulas
Yeah,
to and
correct.
to add your whatever needs, and you
Mhm.
can visualize your data. You can make pivot tables.
Very
If
good.
you want to change anything in table, you can add, you can edit, you can delete, you can do anything with the data. It's for using of Excel.
Correct. So
Yep.
these are the feature. Okay. So this is nothing but a software. Instagram, YouTube, Zoom, Excel, Word, Google Notes, everything is a software. And these are the features of the software. Okay. Now, whenever this feature needs to be created, now, whenever Instagram, they said that they want to create the reel feature. So what they had to do? They had to do the planning first. After planning, there was a business analyst who went, who gathered, yeah, how do you want the reels? What are reels? How can a user post the reel? The duration of a reel, filters, every requirement that person gathered. And then that person had created a prototypes that once the reel is created, this is how it will look. Then it was given to the developer who did the coding at the back end. This and this coding is there. then only a person can create a reel, which was tested by a tester, that are the reels getting properly created or not. And when it was done, then only reels feature was available to us. Was the reels feature available to us since day one when Instagram came up?
No.
No.
No. So as and whenever new features are coming, whatever new feature it wants to add in the software, it has to go through this step by step approach. And within this step by step, this is the first stage, that is the analysis. And that we are going to discuss today. So today's agenda is to go through the requirements part. So whatever you see these things, these are the requirements of a software. Now they are features, but before being the features, those were the requirements. A requirement can be anything. Now here it is written help. If I want to rename this as support, this is also a requirement. Requirement can be anything that a user or the client is asking you. When I click on it, I am getting these many options. If the user wants to add one more option, that is also going to be a requirement. So if I want to add one more option over here, documentation. Suppose if I want to add a option documentation, or if I want to enable this report. So suppose I am the owner of this software and I think isko enable karna chahiye. This is disabled for now. So what I will do is I will reach out to a project manager. I am a client. So okay, I will reach out to a PM. I will tell them that, hey, so what I will do is I will reach out to a project manager. I am a client. So, okay, I will reach out to a PM. I will tell them that, hey, I need a change in this software. I want this to be enabled. Then the PM will assign this task to the BA. BA will come, will ask me that what is the current thing? Okay, why do you want it to be enabled? How will it work? When the user clicks on report, what will happen? Everything the person will understand. After understanding, they will design it or document it or showcase ki how will it look or how will it act, and then that will be given to the developers for making the change, testers to test it, and once it is done, it will be delivered to the client or to me. So when it is delivered, it will be enabled. Just like this is clickable, this will also be clickable. So that is how any requirement works in a software industry. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we are simply going to talk today about requirement analysis. So requirement is nothing but a capability or a need of a client. It can be to solve a problem or to achieve any objective. It can be anything. Now, suppose if you are asked to build a similar application like WhatsApp. WhatsApp, everyone must be using similar application like WhatsApp. You have to build you want a similar application. So what requirements can you give with respect to the WhatsApp application? Can you think of the requirements of a WhatsApp? Okay, let me give you a clue. Requirements is equals to features and functionality. Now, can
Extra
you tell
chat
me,
option.
can you give me the,
Chat function
yes, correct, chat and
and story sharing
yes, story sharing and
and
Very much.
channel building
yes, very good, channel and think
Video
of,
call and
yes,
audio
and
call.
payment
video calls.
UPI
Correct. UPI, very good. And
and
can you upload a
sharing.
profile photo in WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is also a requirement. Everything
It's
from a dot to everything is a requirement. Profile photo, name, storage, and any other things that you can think about.
sharing location.
Yes, location, contact,
Sharing documents.
ID, docs. So there are
GIF, smile,
it's
emoji,
there. Sorry, what?
No, I mean, I was saying emojis,
Yeah,
GIF.
smileys, GIF.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the what requirements of a WhatsApp application. The features are nothing but the requirements. So whenever these needs to be developed, you randomly cannot develop it. Whenever this needs to be developed, everything it has to go through a certain process or certain steps. So let's see what is requirement analysis. So now we are actually starting into the core of the today's session, that is requirements analysis. Now, what is a requirement? Anything can be a requirement. Anything, when you want something, you want to buy a mobile, it is a requirement. You want to buy a pen, that is also a requirement. You want whatever you want or whatever you need is a requirement. So, requirement is nothing but a capability needed by the user to solve a problem or achieve an objective. Anything that solves your problem or you can achieve your objective. Now, the companies who are using the software, what do you think is the objective of these companies for using the softwares?
to make their work easy.
Okay, and
And
To make their product user friendly.
okay,
yes.
and let's take example of two companies, Amazon and Kotex itself. Do you know we have LMS in Kotex? Are you aware about LMS?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No.
No, you're not aware? Okay. So we have LMS is actually a portal
No.
where you can find all the material recordings of the sessions that you have. Whenever the trainer wants to share any of the documents or anything, all the study material and everything. It's a portal created for students where the entire study material and recordings are there. So you must be having the access of LMS. Please do check it. And we have a website. Okay. Now this Amazon website, it is also a software. The LMS, it is also a software. Tell me, what benefit can Amazon have with its website and what benefit can Cochex have with LMS? Yes. What will happen if Amazon website is not there?
We cannot, I mean, we're not able to shopping.
Okay. What happens when the Amazon website is there?
So we
It's
can,
accessible for everyone.
mhm.
Okay. What is the use of accessible to everyone to Amazon.com? What benefit does Amazon gets out of it?
More visibility of products,
Okay.
more sales, more profits.
Okay. What is the use of that? More strain, more visibility. What impact it is going to have? What is the ultimate goal of Amazon? Why do they work so much on the website?
More traffic on the website,
Oh, and what happens when more traffic on the website?
more sales,
Yes, more sales. And what happens in case of more sales?
more profit,
Absolutely
and
right.
getting
So
richer.
they can earn more money. So more the traffic, more the money. And how can the traffic increase? When they have a very strong website. Similarly, LMS. Now, LMS is actually created for students. Now, here, what is the use of LMS over here? What will happen if LMS is not there? I am just sending you the documents on the emails, or sometimes you have to, you're just getting it on emails or the Google Drive links. What is going to be the problem of it?
So we don't
LMS
have
is
to
easy.
download anything every time. So if we want to watch something, so we can go to LMS and watch it.
Yes, correct, correct, correct. So it is actually solving a problem of students.
Everything in a single platform.
Yes, everything in a single platform. So when LMS was not there, students had to go here and there. It was a very like kind of a miscommunication that was happening. They were submitting the projects, trainer was not able to see it, or when the trainer or the coaching team was giving them the documents, few of them were not able to access the documents. So to solve the problem, we came up with the LMS software. Now what is happening? Students are like, if you miss the training, you can easily go, easily check the recording, easily access it. So that is how it is solving a problem. So any software, it can be used to either achieve any objective, and objective is always earning the more money, or it can be used to solve any problem. It can be any problem. So that is the goal of any of the software. So requirements are basically nothing but a condition or a capability to solve a problem or achieve an objective. And the requirements are, now what are requirements? If someone asks you, what do you mean by requirement? What can be your answer? You can also take a look at it. Now for what like for WhatsApp, you said calling is a requirement, video calling is a requirement. So what is the definition of requirement?
To understand the features they require, the user require.
Yes, it is actually the description of features. Whatever features you are having, you want it, it is nothing but the description of that particular feature. That is a requirement. Okay. So requirement is basically anything that a client needs in a software, any feature. So here also, everything, like if you see this thing, if this I, instead of information, I want it replaced by something else, that is also going to be a requirement. Whatever change that is addressed, or whatever new feature they want to add, if they want to add a new feature over here, a recording feature, that is going to be a requirement. So requirement is nothing but a condition or a capability. Sorry, requirement is nothing but the description of the feature and the functionality, or the description of what do you need. That is nothing but a requirement. Any doubts so far? You understood what is a requirement now? What do you mean by software requirement?
Yeah, understood.
Okay. Can you quickly give me the examples of what can be the requirements of Amazon.com website?
For a seller to upload their products,
Mhm. Yes, upload products.
uh,
Yes.
a user for someone who's scrolling,
Mm-hmm. Add to cart.
add to cart,
Yes.
make payment, add
Mm-hmm.
address,
Mm-hmm. Address, profile info. Yeah. And
and adding categories on the portal.
yeah, again, some more.
Uh, so there is also reviews in the particular
Yes.
product,
Very good. Reviews.
and you can
Again,
filter out the, as in, if you want payment कितना कैसे चाहिए वगैरह filters.
search.
Yeah,
All these are going to be the requirements for Amazon.com website.
yeah.
That is the requirement. Now, we have various types of requirements. In a software industry, there are these three type of requirements, and this is a very important interview question also. So requirements can be of three types. It can be a functional requirement, it can be a non-functional requirement, and it can be a domain requirement. Now let's see what are functional requirements and what are non-functional requirements. If you are a business analyst, it is a very important thing for you to know the difference between these. It is asked in the interviews also, and it's a basic thing for any BA to know this, because whenever you're in a job, they generally talk like FR or NFR. FR means functional requirement and NFR means non-functional requirements, and these are the domain requirements. So let's see what are functional requirements. Now, functional requirements are nothing but the functionalities or the features of any of the software. So whatever till now you have mentioned regarding Amazon.com, uploading, user, wish list, categories, with respect to all these chat, story, channel, UPI, everything, all these are going to be the functional requirement. That is something that you can see on the screen, or that is available to you, or it talks about any functionality. That is going to be a functional requirement. Functional requirement basically tells you about the behavior of the software, the basic behavior of the software. One simple question for you: is the behavior of YouTube and Facebook similar?
Somewhat similar, but then there's additional
No.
features on
But
Facebook
whenever I tell YouTube to you, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? What is the behavior of YouTube that you can think?
that you can share content and scroll content there,
Content as in what content? We can
as
put
in
the
videos.
videos, correct? So YouTube is particularly based on videos. When
Yeah,
it comes to Facebook, what first thought comes to you? Like, when do you open Facebook? What first thing that you do when you open the Facebook?
I think ideally it is for chatting, but then there's also you can scroll content there as well.
Yeah, so whenever you go to Facebook, first thing that you see is your connections or your friends' updates, right?
Yeah,
Photos, whatever the status update they are having, then
right.
you can chat with them.
Right.
Whenever you open YouTube, the first thing that you see is the videos,
Yeah,
only videos, right? First thing that you see when you open WhatsApp, it is about the chats, right? You
yeah.
cannot see the video first. Like, of course, if someone has sent the video in the chat, then you can see it. But if
Mm.
you like, the main purpose of WhatsApp is like chatting,
Correct.
correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So that is the behavior of a particular application. If you want to search anything, कुछ भी search करना है randomly, where do you go? By default, what do you type in your uh, this
Google.
Google Chrome.
Google? So searching is the behavior of Google.
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 You want to book a ticket, railway ticket. Where will you go?
IRCTC.
IRCTC.
IRCTC, correct. If you want to do the UPI payment, what are you going to use?
Paytm.
ATM, GPay.
GPay.
So these are the behaviors, core behavior of a particular application. So functional requirements tells you about the behavior of the application. It tells you about the features and functionalities of the particular application. And the functionalities it can be data or user authentication. User authentication means the username password that you fill at the beginning. Two-factor authentication, whether you receive the OTP, data processing, whatever data you give over there, the reports that you see, all these are the type of functional requirements. So functional requirement, simple, talks about the functionality.
Right.
Functionality, the core behavior, that first thing that comes to your mind whenever you open that application. So that is the functional requirements. Understood, everyone? or any questions, any doubts with respect to functional requirements? Because this is a very important interview question also. The interviewer will ask you, what functional requirements have you worked, or what is the difference between functional and non-functional requirement, or what are the various types of requirements you have worked? These are the three common questions. So first is functional requirement. Are you clear on this part, functional requirement?
Yeah.
Yes, others? Vikram, Kunal, are you clear? What do you mean by functional requirement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Now tell me one thing. Simple question to you. You wanted to buy a phone. Okay, you wanted to buy a phone. Let's take example of a phone now. Can you tell me what can be the functional requirements of a phone? Phone as in mobile. Functional requirements of a mobile.
Calling.
Yes, very good.
Good
And
camera,
camera, very good camera. And
a very good RAM storage,
yes, RAM, storage. And just think आपके मोबाइल में क्या क्या फीचर्स है.
Internet facility.
Yes, internet. Check the features of your mobile, or rather I should say, instead of phone, I should just say any of the operating system, Android.
Storage.
Yeah, storage is done. Calling may we have
Wi-Fi,
so many types. Video
Wi-Fi
calling,
connections,
Wi-Fi, yeah, internet, Wi-Fi,
Bluetooth,
Bluetooth, sound. So all these are the functional requirements. Okay. Now tell me something. You are getting all of these requirements in a phone. You went to buy a phone and you got all of these requirements, like whatever you said, whatever you want. We have a specific requirement when we go to buy a phone, that I need this much space, or I need that type of the OS, I need the high streaming games to be played on it, whatever requirement you have, and you're getting it. In case of some people, they want the look, the color, that is also a requirement. The color, the look, the hardware of your mobile, that is also, sometimes we need the dual sim, sometimes we need the single sim, whatever. So all these are the requirements. Now suppose you all are getting these requirements, but there is just one problem with that phone. It's not secured. Like whenever you open the phone, your data gets hacked. But all the wonderful features are there. Everything is there. Everything is top notch. Everything is working superb. The camera is like, it's a very high quality camera. Video recording, everything is there. But just one problem. Whenever you open that mobile and you enter something, there are very high chances that your phone can get hacked, your information can get leaked, or a virus can come into your mobile. Will you buy that mobile?
No.
no.
Why? But it is having all the functional requirements that you've stated.
For security
It is
purpose.
the main feature of a mobile.
Okay, so suppose if there is a security issue, you won't buy that mobile, right? Okay. What about Amazon.com? If suppose tomorrow suddenly you get to know that, hey, if you open Amazon.com, your account can get hacked. Will you prefer opening that website?
No.
No. Security is the major concern. Okay. Suppose if the application is secured, Amazon.com or whatever, WhatsApp, everything is secured. But only problem is it hangs up. Like if you open it now, the application will hang, it will freeze, then you'll have to restart your phone and then again start using the application. In that scenario, will you keep the application with you, or will you delete it, or what will you do?
No. Deleted.
Okay. So freezing and all issues also, you want it. Okay. Now, third scenario, let me put a third scenario. If the application is superb, it is not freezing also, it is secured also, everything is good, but it is very slow. So you're clicking the application now. After 2-3 minutes, the application page opens up. Then you click on it again. After 2-3 minutes, the page is loading up. But it is a wonderful application. It is having all the features that you wanted, amazing features. Will you prefer using that application?
No.
No. So all these were the things that you cannot see, but are the most important features of any application, are called as non-functional requirements. These requirements talks about the quality of your software. So functional talks about the behavior. Functional requirements talks about the behavior of your application, but non-functional requirements talks about the quality of your application. So non-functional requirements are also known as quality attributes that specifies the qualities or the